Hello, this is Frank Capello, roving reporter for Source FM. I'm here with Mark Averis, who is the referee, coach, coordinator and mentor at Falmouth Community Youth Football. Hello.
Good morning, Frank. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me this morning. Yes, my name is Mark Averis and I'm heavily involved in Falmouth Community Youth Football Club, probably the biggest community and sports-based club in the Falmouth area, possibly in Cornwall.
So how many members have you got and what sort of age ranges are they?
So the current age range and membership, we're under 6s right through to under 16s, where grassroots football stops and it goes to adult. We've got around 600 children now, spread across 24 competitive teams, 5 of which are girls' teams. It's quite the thing. It's the size of a sort of a small primary school. And
what is the aim of the organisation? Are you trying to create footballers, or are you trying to create a community for young people?
So ultimately we are a football club, therefore we are trying to produce footballers, but ultimately in our title we are community, Falmouth Community. So it's bringing as many people together as we can, whether that be through players, through parents, who then become volunteers, who then become coaches, who then become referees. Then ultimately our outreach is into the Falmouth community and to bring in as many people into the footballing world, and so they can enjoy it on whichever level they want to.
So are you a big football fan, or is it more the community aspect of it that draws you in?
So there's the thing, I played football at school, never played it afterwards. I had no interest in playing it. I watched the odd game. I am a Liverpool fan, have been since birth. But my actual playing career, nothing whatsoever. And it was only when my own children wanted to play football, they joined Falmouth Community. And as a parent, you stand on the touchline. I'm not the kind of person that just watches things happen. I like to help where I can. And that just escalated from doing a bit of coaching and again, building up to where I am with the refereeing now.
Why did you decide to be a referee?
Now, I'm not sure I chose to be a referee. I kind of stood in for one of the dads who was taking it at under 8s group. He was a rugby player, coach, referee, and he was helping out. One week he couldn't do it, or the boys had got a little bit older, so I stepped in, helped out. Then you're sort of called upon each week. Do you mind refereeing this week? Do you mind refereeing next week? Or there's another team that said, you were quite good. Do you fancy doing it? And from that, I thought, let's take this and help the club a little bit more. So I thought, well, let's look into the qualifications. And the club were happy to support the finances for that. So off I went with 4 other guys from our club, a couple of parents, and took the FA referees course with Cornwall FA.
And what does that involve? A lot of bookwork, or is it more running around fields and things?
Bit of both, really. Your initial introduction is online learning. So as many people will know, you get tapping on a screen, looking at videos, making multiple choice answers. So you do that. It's probably 5 to 6 hours of online learning by the time you've got through it. Next point is to meet with the Cornwall FA at a training group, groups of 10 to 20. You'll be in a classroom situation. They'll run through scenarios of football, laws of the game, basics. So it's just one evening, 3 or 4 hours. And then you follow that up with an all-day practical session, normally on a Sunday, 10 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. And you go out, you learn all your flag movements for your linesmen, your offsides. So they're the basic aspects of refereeing. End of that, they give you a little badge and off you go. There was a little bit more to do.
So what level of football are you allowed to officiate? If you're at a match, say a Liverpool match, and the referee injures themselves and they call on the tannoy for somebody to come out and take their place, is that something that you'd be allowed to do?
At my level, no. So I've stuck to grassroots football, which means I only do under 16s and below. My main role is the coaching and mentoring. I am a level 7 referee, which means I can do quite a decent standard within Cornish football. Pushed a little bit, I could get to my 6 out of 5, I think, fairly comfortably. But your Premier League referees, they're highly trained. And even when you go down to the likes of Falmouth Town, playing at a decent level of football, there's probably only 2 referees in the county that can referee at their level. So but hopefully we can bring some of our youth referees through, and if they want to aspire to do those things, then there's quite the career as a professional referee for them.
And is that the thing that entices these young people to choose refereeing instead of the football?
So most of our referees, youth referees, so they can take that training course when they're 14 years of age. Most have already played football. Most continue to play football. Some have dropped out of football and just want to referee. So their passion is for refereeing. So as with all these things, there's an incentive, and for these guys, there is a financial reward. So for not just being a 14-year-old wanting to referee, they can earn some money. So within Falmouth Community Football, we keep the guys training within us. Once they've done their 5 qualification games, they then get paid a minimum of £10 per game. So it could be an under-7s game. If the squads get bigger, then the parents chip in a bit more money. If they then choose to leave us and go off and referee, I don't say Wendron versus Hale, they can get £30 a game. So as a 14, 15, 16-year-old, for an hour and a half's work, that's good money. So the incentive is there. They've got to have the passion to want to do it. They've got to want to learn more and more as they progress. But yeah, that's where they take it.
So my imagination would be that it's not always an easy job to do, especially as a young person, maybe refereeing people that are older than yourself or even younger than yourself. How do you help people cope with that sort of challenge?
So again, with Falmouth Community Football, we are very unique in that our ethos is to create an environment for people to thrive in, for people to be able to work in, and our coaches, our parents, our players are brilliant at supporting the youth referees as they come in to do their training. We ensure that the respect campaign that the FA run, we adhere to, our parents adhere to. So when you hear this shouting from the touchline, yes, it happens. But within our own controlled environment, it's very good for these youth referees. Not so clear at some of the away games where they just have maybe just coaches that are refereeing, and the parents are still allowed to shout whatever they want from the sidelines, and some of the abuse between the players themselves can get a little bit fraught. But we like to think we've created the environment that's right for those youth referees to want to do it and thrive.
And I can tell that's the case because your 2 sons have just qualified very recently. Can you say how you feel about that?
Yeah, super proud. As a coach, as a committee member, and as a parent, to have both the boys on the touchline, either running up and down or me standing in the middle and watching them referee their own matches, and to take control is take control of those games with adults, with parents and coaches there. Yeah, super proud. How they got into it kind of followed me, I think. I just sort of, the older one, Piran, is now 16, qualified when he was 14. He's been at it a couple of years now. Again, referees within his own abilities. He doesn't like going up to over 14s where it gets a little bit challenging and a bit boisterous. He's not that kind of child, so he's happy to do the younger age groups, but it helps the coaches out every week. Jack, my younger son, is now 14, recently qualified 1 month ago, is super keen, super ambitious, that will take on any challenge. And we've got several of the youth referees that are in that mould as well. And then they're the ones that may push on to maybe refereeing an FA Cup final one day. Who knows?
Fantastic. So if anybody wants to join Falmouth Youth Community Football to be a referee or a football player, how would they go about that?
So joining Falmouth Community Youth Football is quite easy. Find us on our Facebook page. There's a couple of links there that you can register your interest, or our website. Can't remember the website address, but go to our website and there's a contact us or join us now. Once signed up within the club, absolutely, we'll push you towards teams and training. If you just want to practice and train, that's fine. There's free community football for up to 11-year-olds on a Saturday. After that, it's for teams. Referees, we recruit from within ourselves to start with because there are the limited finances available to push forward. But we ask every single player over the age of 14, or a parent or a coach, would you like to do the refereeing course? Names get put forward, we send them to the FA sign them up, we look after them, we mentor them, we coach them, and at the end of it we produce another quality group of referees to help everyone.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. This is Frank Pallow signing off. Back to the studio.